Caterpillar just shook the entire truck market. And no, this isn't about bulldozers or excavators. The company CEO has just confirmed something nobody thought would happen. Caterpillar is building its first ever heavy-duty pickup truck, and it's not just for show. This is a direct challenge to Ford's Super Duty, Ram HD, and Chevy Silverado HD. Think about that. A brand that's legendary for industrial power and durability, now turning that same engineering muscle toward a truck you can actually drive on the road. Caterpillar isn't playing around either. The CEO made it clear. This truck is being designed from the ground up to dominate the worksite, haul more than the competition, and survive abuse that would destroy other pickups. And here's the kicker. They're saying it will be powered by an all-new diesel engine derived from their construction equipment line, meaning insane torque numbers we've never seen in the consumer pickup world. This isn't just a truck. This could be a revolution in what heavy-duty even means. Rumors say it's getting a reinforced chassis capable of handling payloads way beyond Class 3 limits, with towing figures that might embarrass the so-called leaders of the segment. And unlike most truck makers chasing luxury, Caterpillar is going pure utility: steel bumpers, factory winches, military-grade suspension, and a cab built like a command center for serious operators. And here's where things get even crazier. Caterpillar isn't just borrowing pickup truck ideas from the big three. They're rewriting the rulebook. The CEO hinted at a transmission system inspired by their heavy equipment, something built to handle extreme torque without overheating, even under continuous load. That means no babying the truck when you're climbing steep grades or dragging massive trailers. Inside, expect a cockpit that feels less like a consumer pickup and more like a piece of professional-grade machinery. We're talking oversized, glove-friendly switches, industrial-strength seat materials, and a control layout designed for quick adjustments in brutal work conditions. This isn't going to be a chrome-covered mall crawler. This is a truck built to get covered in mud, run for 16 hours straight, and come back for more the next day. Caterpillar also hinted at advanced telematics straight from their construction fleet, real-time diagnostics, remote performance monitoring, and AI-driven maintenance alerts, so downtime becomes almost non-existent. If the competition thought they could keep owning the heavy-duty segment by adding a few more luxury features, Caterpillar just reminded them. This is a work truck war now. Caterpillar CEO dropped another bombshell. They're not going to follow the traditional dealership game. Instead of sitting on lots waiting for customers to wander in, Caterpillar plans to leverage their existing global dealer network that already supports construction equipment. That means these trucks could be sold and serviced by the same heavy equipment specialists who keep bulldozers, excavators, and mining trucks running. For fleet managers, this is a massive shift. You could order a Caterpillar heavy-duty pickup alongside a skid-steer loader and have both maintained by the same technicians, with the same part supply chain. And here's the genius part. Caterpillar's supply system is built to keep essential machines running in the harshest environments on Earth, so parts availability and service speed could blow traditional truck dealerships out of the water. That also means less waiting on back orders and more uptime for businesses that can't afford to have a work truck down for weeks. Caterpillar is even hinting at mobile service units, fully equipped trucks that come to you for on-site repairs, so your pickup never leaves the job site. This is a direct shot at the downtime problem that plagues every heavy-duty truck owner today. Caterpillar is pushing this truck through a torture program that sounds more like a military trial than an automotive test. We're talking non-stop operation in scorching desert heat, sub-zero Arctic conditions, and even saltwater immersion to mimic years of coastal corrosion in just weeks. Engineers are slamming it over jagged rock courses, pulling overloaded trailers up mountain passes, and running the engine at max RPM for hours without a break, just to see what fails first. And when something does break, Caterpillar isn't just fixing it, they're redesigning it stronger. The CEO said the goal is simple. If it can survive a mine site, it can survive anything. They're even incorporating structural reinforcements borrowed from their off-road dump trucks, meaning the frame and suspension could handle punishment far beyond anything Ford, Ram, or Chevy even attempt to test for. Caterpillar isn't aiming for best-in-class. They're aiming for unbreakable, and they're ready to prove it in the most extreme real-world trials imaginable. Under the hood, Caterpillar is bringing something no other pickup has, a purpose-built diesel engine straight from their industrial power division. This isn't a modified truck motor. It's a downsized version of the same kind of engine that powers heavy loaders and generators around the world. We're talking massive displacement, cast iron everything, and torque numbers that could push past 1,500 lb-ft without breaking a sweat. Pair that with a heavy-duty, multi-speed automatic transmission derived from Caterpillar's earth-moving equipment, and you've got a drivetrain designed to haul brutal loads all day without overheating or wearing out. The CEO hinted at an advanced cooling system with multiple heat exchangers, ensuring consistent performance whether you're towing a house up a mountain or idling in 120-degree heat. And here's the wild part. They're building it to run on multiple fuel types, including renewable diesel, to meet strict emissions rules without sacrificing raw pulling power. This engine is essentially a commercial-grade workhorse in a consumer-accessible package. And if Caterpillar pulls it off, it could rewrite the definition of a pickup truck engine entirely. Caterpillar is taking a very different approach to technology. Instead of loading the cab with flashy touchscreens and gimmicks, they're focusing on operator assist systems that actually boost productivity and safety. Think construction-grade GPS with centimeter-level accuracy for positioning and load tracking. Advanced stability controls that automatically adjust suspension and braking when hauling massive payloads over uneven terrain. Real-time torque distribution management, so power goes exactly where it's needed, whether that's climbing a muddy slope or maneuvering on icy ground. The CEO even mentioned adaptive engine mapping that learns your driving patterns. If you're towing heavy for hours, it shifts power delivery to maximize efficiency and reduce wear. If you're running light, it adjusts for speed and responsiveness. Inside the cab, controls are tactile, oversized, and glove-friendly, with a display that prioritizes critical diagnostics over entertainment apps. Caterpillar wants operators to feel like they're in command of a machine built for serious work, not sitting in a rolling living room. This approach sends a clear message. This truck isn't for showing off at the coffee shop. It's for getting jobs done faster, safer, and with less downtime. If Caterpillar actually launches this truck as promised, it's going to light a fire under Ford, Ram, and Chevy like nothing else. These brands have been battling each other for years, mostly trading blows over towing numbers, interior luxuries, and incremental tech updates. But Caterpillar is coming in from an entirely different angle. They're not playing the marketing game. They're playing the work game. And that's dangerous for the current kings of the heavy-duty segment, because Caterpillar has something they don't. Decades of credibility with the people who actually depend on machinery to make a living. Fleet managers, construction crews, mining operations. These are Caterpillar's people. If those buyers start switching, the big three could lose some of their most profitable commercial customers overnight. Plus, Caterpillar's approach of using their existing industrial dealer network means faster repairs, stronger parts supply chains, and far less downtime, advantages that Ford, Ram, and Chevy simply can't match without massive infrastructure changes. In short, this isn't just another competitor entering the market. This is an industrial heavyweight walking straight into their territory with a war chest of technology, service capacity, and brand trust that's been built over a century. Industry insiders are already buzzing, and the reactions are split right down the middle. On one side, you've got seasoned truck veterans saying this could be the most disruptive move in decades. A company with Caterpillar's engineering muscle and industrial reputation stepping into the pickup world is like watching a heavyweight boxer walk into a street fight. They believe Caterpillar has the resources, the technology, and the customer loyalty to make an immediate dent in the heavy-duty segment. On the other side, you've got skeptics warning that the consumer truck market is a different beast. They point to things like ride comfort, emissions regulations, and brand perception, wondering if Caterpillar's work-first mentality might alienate casual truck buyers who care more about leather seats and big touchscreens than bulletproof drivetrains. But here's the twist. Caterpillar doesn't seem interested in chasing the casual truck crowd at all. Their eyes are locked on fleets, contractors, oil field operators, and anyone else who measures a truck's worth in uptime and output, not cup holder count. If they can capture that market, and early whispers say fleet interest is already sky high, the rest of the industry will have no choice but to respond, and fast. Behind closed doors, Caterpillar's development program for this pickup has been moving at a blistering pace. Sources inside the company say the first working prototypes have already been spotted in some of the harshest environments on Earth, places where traditional test mules from Ford or Chevy wouldn't dare stay for long. One was seen in the remote Australian outback, towing a fully loaded triple-axle trailer across soft sand and jagged rock with no support vehicles in sight. Another sighting came from Alaska, where the truck was reportedly hauling oversized drilling equipment across ice roads in -40 temperatures, running day and night without a breakdown. Caterpillar's test teams aren't just logging miles. They're actively seeking out the kind of conditions that destroy normal trucks. And because Caterpillar has access to global work sites through its heavy equipment network, they can throw real-world challenges at this pickup that other brands can only simulate in a lab. Every test is feeding back into rapid redesigns, making each new prototype stronger, more efficient, and more capable than the last. It's a relentless cycle of abuse and improvement, and it's all pointing toward a truck that could roll off the production line already battle-hardened. Whispers from inside Caterpillar suggest they're not planning to follow the traditional one giant factory model that the big automakers rely on. Instead, they're considering a distributed production strategy, tapping into multiple Caterpillar facilities around the world that already build heavy equipment. That means critical components like engines, transmissions, and frames could be produced in specialized plants with decades of experience in industrial manufacturing, then shipped to regional assembly hubs for final build. This approach could slash shipping delays, keep supply chains tight, and allow Caterpillar to scale production up or down based on demand without massive retooling. Insiders say potential assembly sites are being scouted in North America, South America, and even parts of Asia where Caterpillar has strong manufacturing footholds. This not only reduces bottlenecks, but also keeps production close to key markets, ensuring faster delivery to work sites. And here's the kicker. Caterpillar's manufacturing network is already built for low-volume, high-durability machines, which means they don't need to chase mass market scale to be profitable. This truck could be made in smaller numbers, but at unmatched quality levels, completely flipping the script on how heavy-duty pickups are brought to market. Caterpillar's design philosophy for this pickup is crystal clear. Build it like an industrial machine first, then make it road legal, not the other way around. That means every component starts with the durability standards of heavy equipment, and only after it passes those tests does it get refined for highway use. The frame is rumored to be a fully boxed, high-tensile steel structure with reinforced crossmembers, similar to what's used under off-road dump trucks. Suspension components are being over-engineered for extreme loads, with heavy-duty leaf packs in the rear and beefy control arms up front, all coated in corrosion-resistant finishes meant to survive decades in brutal environments. Even the body panels are being approached differently. Insiders say Caterpillar is looking at using thicker-gauge steel and impact-resistant composite sections in high-wear areas, something you don't see in consumer pickups that prioritize weight savings over sheer toughness. And while safety and compliance features will be in place for road use, nothing about this truck is being softened for comfort's sake. The design mandate is simple. If it can't survive a construction site, a mine road, or a remote oil field, it doesn't belong on this truck. Caterpillar's secret weapon might not even be the truck itself. It's the data. For years, their heavy equipment has been outfitted with advanced telematics, streaming real-time performance metrics back to Caterpillar's global service network. Now, they're bringing that same predictive maintenance technology to the pickup. Every truck will constantly monitor hundreds of parameters, from engine oil viscosity to transmission temperature trends, and compare them against millions of hours of Caterpillar machine data. If the system detects a component behaving outside its normal wear pattern, it won't just throw a warning light. It will alert the nearest Caterpillar service center, schedule a maintenance window, and even pre-order the necessary parts so repairs can happen before a failure occurs. This means fleet operators could virtually eliminate unexpected downtime, keeping their trucks in service and earning money instead of sitting in a shop. And because Caterpillar's database spans equipment operating in every climate and condition on Earth, the AI will get smarter with every mile driven. This isn't reactive maintenance. It's preventative machine intelligence, and no other pickup maker comes close to having this level of operational insight built in from day one. Caterpillar is reportedly exploring something that could completely redefine factory options for a heavy-duty pickup, industry-specific performance tuning right out of the gate. Instead of a one-size-fits-all powertrain map, buyers could choose configurations optimized for their exact line of work. A truck headed for oil field duty might come with torque curves tuned for slow, controlled hauling over rough terrain, while a construction fleet version could prioritize maximum payload efficiency and quick acceleration for stop-and-go job site work. Even the cooling systems and transmission shift points could be tailored before the truck ever leaves the assembly line. For agricultural operators, Caterpillar could set up P2-ready connections, hydraulic outputs, or low RPM fuel maps for long idle times during equipment operation. This isn't just about customization, it's about delivering a pickup that's already dialed in for your business on day one, without expensive aftermarket modifications or trial and error tuning. And because Caterpillar's service network already handles custom machine calibrations for bulldozers and excavators, they can bring that same precision to pickups, backed by data and testing, not guesswork. If Caterpillar follows through with this level of built-in customization, the aftermarket and upfitter industry could be in for a serious shakeup. Right now, a huge portion of heavy-duty truck buyers immediately send their new rigs to specialty shops for suspension upgrades, reinforced bumpers, winches, lighting systems, or performance tuning. But if Caterpillar delivers trucks that already come factory-equipped for specific industries and built to industrial specs, a lot of that aftermarket work might simply become unnecessary. That could put pressure on upfitter companies that have long relied on contracts with fleet operators, since Caterpillar could absorb much of that business in-house. On the flip side, the aftermarket world might pivot to offering even more extreme upgrades for Caterpillar trucks, knowing they're starting from an already overbuilt platform. Imagine upfitters creating mining-grade armor kits, specialized drilling rig attachments, or even snowcat-style track conversions, all building on a truck that's already far tougher than anything else on the road. In other words, Caterpillar could shrink one corner of the industry while opening an entirely new one, built around accessories and modifications that go beyond what's possible with consumer-grade pickups. Caterpillar doesn't need flashy Super Bowl ads or celebrity endorsements to sell this truck. Their brand reputation is already their marketing weapon. For over a century, the Caterpillar logo has been stamped on machines that quite literally build the world, from skyscrapers to highways to massive mining operations. In the industries they're targeting, that black and yellow badge already means durability, reliability, and no-nonsense performance. The CEO knows this, which is why the strategy isn't to flood TV with commercials, but to put the truck straight into the hands of operators, foremen, and fleet buyers who already trust Caterpillar's bulldozers, graders, and loaders. If those people put it to work and it lives up to the hype, the word of mouth alone will be worth more than any ad campaign. On top of that, Caterpillar gear and apparel are already a global phenomenon. You see cat hats, jackets, and boots everywhere. That built-in lifestyle branding could naturally extend to the pickup, making it not just a tool, but a statement of work ethic and toughness. In short, Caterpillar might sell this truck the same way they've sold their equipment for decades, by proving it works better and lasts longer than anything else in its class. Caterpillar's rollout strategy is shaping up to be just as unconventional as the truck itself. Instead of flooding dealerships across the country on day one, insiders say they're planning a phased launch, targeting the regions and industries where demand will be immediate and loyalty is already strong. That means the first wave of trucks could land in mining towns, oil field hubs, agricultural heartlands, and major construction corridors before they ever appear in suburban driveways. By focusing on high-intensity work environments first, Caterpillar can rack up real-world credibility fast, collecting performance data and testimonials from the toughest operators in the field. This approach also lets them fine-tune production, iron out any early bugs, and scale up service capacity without overwhelming their network. And here's the clever part. By the time Caterpillar decides to go national, they'll have a proven track record backed by thousands of hours in the most punishing conditions imaginable. That's a marketing campaign money can't buy, and it could make the eventual wider release feel less like a gamble and more like joining a winning team. Government and military interest in Caterpillar's heavy-duty pickup seems almost inevitable. Caterpillar already has deep ties to defense projects, infrastructure contracts, and emergency response operations around the world, So a truck with this kind of durability and serviceability is a natural fit. Military logistics units could use it as a versatile, road-legal hauler that's still rugged enough to operate in forward deployment zones, disaster relief efforts, or off-grid engineering projects. Emergency management agencies might see it as the perfect rapid response vehicle, able to carry heavy loads of gear, tow specialized equipment,